Hello, and welcome to this week's virtual tip of the week, where today we talk about how segments can truly save you time when conducting research so that you don't crack under the pressure. All right, so what is a segment? All a segment is, it's just a way of running a search on Lexis that restricts the search to a certain part of a document. So let's say, for example, you wanted to see references to a certain word or phrase in the headline of a news article. No problem, we can do that. It doesn't search the actual document or the actual article, but rather just the headline. Or perhaps you wanted to see only those instances of where a certain person was of counsel on a case. You can do that. You simply search the counsel section of the cases and not the entire opinion. So that's how this can actually be super, super helpful. Let me show you another example. So here, I typed into my search bar, head note, and then in parentheses, IRS. So I'm telling Lexis immediately, I'm looking for you to search just the head note section of cases and find the references to IRS. I don't care if IRS is mentioned in the actual opinion or not. I only want to make sure I'm seeing it in the head note section. But notice here, I also have and reporting requirement as a phrase. That's telling Lexis reporting requirement can be mentioned anywhere in the case. It could be mentioned in the head note section or in the dissent or in the opinion. I don't care. It has to be mentioned somewhere, but I only care about references to the IRS to be in the head note section itself. So whenever you run that search, you can see quickly here, head note number 3 does mention IRS, as does head note number 4. But if you were to look into the opinion, you would not see highlighted references to the IRS, but you would see reporting requirements. All right, so that's a little bit about how segments work. I want to show you some of my favorite segments. So if you happen to have an interview coming up with a judge, using the judge segment is a really good one because you can quickly find cases where they were on a case. So take a look at some of those to maybe create some talking points for yourself. So whenever you search, just type in the word judge and then in parentheses, right up next to it, no space, nothing like that, just right up next to it, first name within 2 of last name. The same is true of attorney. Maybe you wanted to see where an attorney was of counsel on a case. Type out the word attorney and then parentheses, first name within 2 of last name. I also love the summary segment because that just searches the summary section that precedes the opinion in cases. So in my head, if my word or phrase happens to be mentioned in that summary section, that's most likely going to be referenced in the opinion as well. But that's one quick way to find out if the case is talking about your issue. H-lead is probably the segment I use on a daily basis. Basically, this says search only the headline or lead paragraph of a news article for a certain word or phrase. So here I'm looking for the word fracking to be mentioned in the headline or the lead paragraph of a news article, but it's not searching the entire news article. Keep in mind with this one, though, this is something specific to just news articles. And if you run your search and it defaults to cases, it's going to say 0. But if you scroll down to the news section, you will find references to fracking in the headline or lead paragraph. If you want to see cases where a judge has written the actual opinion, type out written by and then in parentheses, first name within 2 of last name. And then also headline, if you wanted to have something referenced in a headline of a news article, just type out the word headline and your word or phrase behind it, or title of an article, perhaps a journal article or a law review article. Go ahead and type out title and then in parentheses, whatever you want to be mentioned. That's it. That's this week's virtual tip of the week. Simply answer the question below and you'll be set. Until next time, have a great rest of your day.